Welcome to the Xbox Infinite Podcast.
That's a hell of an intro. I'm your host, Ricky, and this is my co-host. I didn't think of a name ahead of time this week, so you're just Jason.
Oh, sweet. I like this better.
Do you really?
No.
I was still gonna keep giving you really stupid names every week, but I forgot to think of one this week. So you know what? Next week I'll do it.
Yeah, I kind of like that game. It's kind of entertaining.
Yeah. All right. So before we get started, I just want to go over the two comments we got on YouTube. So we had a guy named Song. He said, "Keep it up. Hope you don't mind me watching. Also, I would love to be friends." And then we also had somebody named Brina who said, "Want to be friends" on YouTube. So they commented. I sent them our gamer tags, and I never got a friend request. So
I never got one either, and I'm kind of bummed about it.
yeah. So that's, if you're gonna say things, please mean them. That's all I want to say. But thank you guys for commenting and for listening and for interacting. We really appreciate that.
Yeah,
We got like 20 views last week's video and 2 comments. So you guys are the OGs.
You're way better than that guy that yelled at us about Rise.
Yeah. Oh, man. When this show blows up one day, I'll remember you two. Not the guy who yelled at us about Rise. Actually, I'll probably remember him too.
If it ever blows up, I'm always just going to bring that up, and people are going to be like, oh, who are they even talking about?
They'll go back and listen to the first episode, and they'll be like, man, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's always going to suck.
This is bad. And he spelled infinite wrong. Oh, yeah, I was never going to bring that up. Okay. So, before we get into what we've been playing, I just wanted to cover that we've decided we're going to change kind of the format of the show. And so the way we're going to do it from here on is we're going to have like a main topic that we can just kind of like talk about. Like this week we're doing top 5 Xbox 360 games. Unless there's like a giant Xbox event, then we'll do like just about whatever happens in that event. But other than that, we'll just keep coming up with little things that we can do so they give us more opportunity to talk about like our opinions and stuff. So I just wanted them to know, whoever's listening, if this isn't your first time listening, that's why it's different. We'll still cover the news. We're just going to blow through it real fast.
I was expecting more. I didn't know when to start talking again.
You're good.
Oh.
No, that's the end of that. Did I miss anything? That's all we're doing.
Nah, you're right.
I should probably, when I'm done talking, throw it back to you in some way. We're learning.
Yeah, this is a new thing for both of us.
Yeah. So, what have you been playing, man?
For most of the week, I went back to. Oh God, I'm gonna use the wrong name. Not The Force Awakens, or is it The Force Awakens? The Star Wars game? It's Fallen Order.
Force Unleashed.
No.
Oh, Fallen Order.
Yeah. Isn't it Fallen Order? The newest one.
Are you talking? Okay, yes, it's Fallen Order.
Okay, yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order, yeah. You said Force. I thought you were talking about the 360 game.
No, I worked at some guy's house who had The Force Awakens sitting out, and it got stuck in my head. But I went back to play that because I played it and beat it when it first came out. And, a month or two down the line after I had already beaten it, they put out a new game plus mode and some other stuff. But I just never had the urge to go back to it. But for some reason this week I had the urge, and I'm really into that again.
Nice. I didn't know there was a new game plus either. All I knew was they added the orange lightsaber.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I forgot they added that, but that has been the color I've chosen.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Have you played the game at all?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay, I didn't know if you had played it or not.
Yeah, I beat it. I didn't know there was a new game plus, so now maybe I'll jump in.
The weird thing about
that game's great.
The weird thing about that new game plus, you start back over from the beginning. You don't have all your abilities and stuff, but you keep your cosmetics.
What?
Yeah, it's a very strange New Game Plus.
Yeah, that's like a new game light. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, that's weird.
Other than that, I guess I started yesterday. There's a skateboarding game coming out to game preview this coming Wednesday. It's called Session. I can't remember what the full title on Xbox is, but it's more.
I think it's just Project Session.
No, they changed it. It's Session something, like it's hyphenated or whatever.
I'll look it up real quick while you're talking.
Yeah, I've been playing that because they put out a free trial yesterday, and it's a 2-hour free trial, whereas most of the free trials are only an hour. It is vastly harder than if you were to play Skate. It is a lot of getting used to the controls. I think I played for an hour and a half before I felt semi-confident that I knew what I was doing.
Damn.
But you can also go through and do tweaks to the controls to make it more comfortable for you. Which
Right.
I played on just default settings at first, and then for the last half hour, because I knew I was getting close to being out of time, I tweaked them a little bit. It was still difficult, but it was much more fluent. Like, I didn't feel like I had never played video games in my life.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, I've been playing that. And for anybody interested that listens, if you download that, there is a workaround for the trial right now. So if you run out of time and want to keep playing, if you make a second account, or if you have a second account, if you sign completely out of Xbox, nothing signed in, and then go to the games page on the marketplace, and then sign into your secondary account, you can restart the trial on that account. But dude, like, when we do this, I play Skate while we're doing it, so I don't start fidgeting and making a bunch of noise, because I'm a child. It took me probably a good 10 minutes to remember how to play Skate.
Yeah, it plays a lot different than the controls at least.
Oh, vastly. You don't use...
I got you.
To explain, like, the premise of this, it's supposed to be a simulation. It's as close as you could get to skateboarding without skateboarding, essentially. So, one stick controls one foot, the other stick controls the other foot on the board. So, you use your triggers to turn. It's very strange.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I got your title. It's Session, Skateboarding Sim Game. That's what they changed it to.
They kept it very simple. I just couldn't remember what was after the colon.
Right. I guess they want you to know that it's a skateboarding game.
And
that it's simulation.
Yes.
Like you said, it's clearly very, precise.
Yeah. Just because I'm really into this, I'm going to go off on a tangent in just a little while longer.
What were you going to go on a tangent about?
Just that game. Just describing what
okay.
I've seen so far.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, with that game, it's going to be game preview. So, it's not finished whatsoever. But there is still things to do. They have daily challenges. You get in-game currency, but there's nothing to do with that currency at this moment. And then you have weekly challenges. And then for anybody that's a skateboarding nerd, they have historical challenges. So, like, replicating tricks and spots of that map because it's modeled after New York City. If you replicate a trick at a certain spot, it'll tell you who did that trick and actually tell you what the trick was. So if you did it on an accident, which I have done 3 or 4 times, accidentally did something just because I thought it was cool, and then it was like, oh, this person did that. And that, too, will give you in-game currency. Not entirely sure what the plan for the currency is yet.
You would assume like buying different boards or something.
Yeah, I don't know how far they're going to take it. I don't know if they're going to. I kept really good tabs on it for a while, and then once I knew it was coming to Xbox, I quit paying attention, so I didn't overhype myself.
Right, that's a good call.
But yeah, I'm not sure what the actual plans are. I don't know if there's going to be a story to it, like a career mode or anything.
Right.
Very cool.
That's
though.
what you gotta. I wonder how they're gonna do it. So just so that me and everyone else understand. So like in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, when you do tricks, like for Pro Skater, it's like X is flip tricks, and B is like grabs or whatever.
Yes.
Let's say I don't know if that's exactly right. I don't remember. It's been a while. But for skate, you use the analog stick for basically every trick.
Yes.
So for this game, let's say I wanted to do a kickflip. What am I pressing?
Okay, so just to keep it simple, because I changed my controls to your right foot's always your back foot and your left foot's always your front, just so I could have a little bit more fun. What you would do
Right.
to kickflip, you would pull your right stick down and your guy would begin to crouch. Then you push your left stick to the left.
Okay.
And you can do pop shove-its and things, so you'd pull your right stick down and do a half circle and then push up on the left stick. It's a hard thing to grasp without
Right.
touching it, basically.
It sounds like it's gonna have like a high skill ceiling as far as people getting good at that.
That just reminded me, actually, now that you said skill. Originally, when the game was announced and being talked about, they wanted to make it so close to a simulation make it so close to real life as possible. They wanted to do it to the point where you start out and basically you'd start the game as like a brand new skater, like you just learned to skate in real life. So you could only ollie so high, and then the more you ollied, the higher you could ollie.
Right. That makes sense.
They wanted to do it that way. I don't know if that's still the plan, because that is a very hard thing to implement, I would think.
Right. You'd have to basically develop like a Skyrim skill tree. Not really like as far as perks, but as far as the more you use something, the better you get at it.
Yeah, I guess the only other thing I could compare it to would be like GTA San Andreas or GTA 5, where
Right.
the more you did something, the better you got at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their plan. I don't know if they're still going to do that.
That'd be kind of interesting, though. I mean, clearly they're going to be separated from other skating games just by how realistic the sim like is, and the only other thing you have close to that is skate, and that's basically dead unless EA gets its head out of its ass.
Yeah, and in July, there's another skateboarding game called Skater XL coming out, and that control scheme's even different from Skate and this one. That one I dabbled with on computer, but I do not have a nice computer at all, so it was very chunky and hard for me to play it, only because of my
Right.
machine. So, I maybe got to play that one for a half hour and never really figured out what was going on, but I'm gonna blame my computer for that one.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to blame.
But yeah, this game, I hope it does well, and I hope they, at least execute this game properly instead of just making it like, oh, here's a free skate game and you can just skate around New York. Like, I hope there's things to do.
Right. That would be helpful to keep people entertained, if anything.
Yeah.
Can you place ramps or set up your own
Okay, yeah.
obstacles at all?
I wasn't gonna go that far in depth, but yes, you can. There is an object dropper. Also, there is a day and night cycle, and I bring this up because of the object dropper. So, within the object dropper, you can place ramps. You can also fill in cracks, because if you get snagged on a crack, you'll fall off your board.
That's very realistic. I like it.
Yeah, you can build little kickers at the base of ramps and stuff so you can launch further, or at the base of like stairs and things. But within the object dropper, there are floodlights. So if you're playing the game, like the trial, the day and night cycle isn't running in the trial. I think it was just to be more accessible for people so they could get a grasp of the game instead of being like, why the hell is it dark?
Right.
But yeah,
That makes sense. With only a 2-hour trial, you don't want too many obstacles.
yeah, so you can light up spots within the object dropper if it's nighttime, and I think you can, if you don't like playing that way, you can turn off the cycle too, from what I understand. But so that
What about replay and like camera and stuff? Like, can I get cool shots of my tricks? Or
oh yeah, definitely.
perfect.
I believe it's not all the way finished. I haven't really messed with it. Like, I've replayed tricks, but didn't get as far in depth as like trying to edit a clip or anything.
Right.
So I'm not sure, but I know you can edit clips. I just don't know if that's finished at this point.
That makes sense. Well, hell yeah, dude. I might have to check this game out. I'm not gonna be very good at it, probably.
Yeah, it's fun. Definitely, if you do decide to check it out, I'll send you, because I sent it to another one of my friends that downloaded it and was telling me they were having a hard time. I sent them the control setup I was using,
Right.
and it simplified it for them. So if you do decide to, I'll send you the one I'm using right now. This game, too, just to go off just a little bit longer, you can go as far as making it so you have to catch your own tricks. I haven't attempted that, but, you know, what Tony Hawk game was it? It was Proving Ground or Project 8, you know, how you'd go into slow motion and you could, like, flip your board all kinds of crazy, but you had to catch it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not like that, but you know,
Right.
there is a mode where you can make it so you have to catch your board.
Yeah, that sounds difficult.
But yeah, that's basically all I've been doing. What have you been playing this week?
I finished Halo 4 and 5, so I'm taking a break from Halo now. That's all I did this week as far as playing games goes. I don't know what I'm going to play next. Sounds like I might be checking out Session a little bit. But I'm finished, other than Reach and ODST, which I think I'm just going to take a break for a little while and then come back to those. Other than those, I finished the Halo story. It's excellent. I'm pumped for Infinite now.
Good.
Everybody out there already knows that Halo's Infinite. I'm the last man on earth to find that out, but that's all I've been up to. So
I saw you playing 5. What was it? 2 days ago, maybe. And I
Could be.
sent you an invite. I was gonna join you, but it was super late, so I assumed you were probably just mellowing out and doing your thing.
Yeah, it could be. You might have caught me right as I was leaving. I didn't see the invite, so might have been one of the times I left it on when I went to go to my mom's to eat or something. I don't know.
Oh, that makes sense. Sorry, I just took a drink of water.
But yeah. Guess we'll get into the news here. There's not a lot of crap to cover. We're just gonna run through it real quick. Most of it's like Game Pass stuff that it would be wrong of us not to cover.
Yeah, this will actually be news to me because I don't know what's on Game Pass this coming week.
Well, now you'll know. All right, so right off the bat, though, there's an Xbox sale. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is this is the sale that we would get because of E3. So you can get Game Pass Ultimate as a 3-month bundle right now for $23 on Amazon, which saves you $22 for the 3 months. So that's the only reason I'm bringing the sale up. If you don't have Game Pass, go get Game Pass. It's great.
Dude, I bought mine. They did a crazy sale where it got bundled with Xbox Live for a year out of nowhere.
Right.
I bought mine then, and when that runs out, I will renew my Game Pass because it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, that's this 3 months is for Game Pass Ultimate, so it includes Game Pass for Xbox, PC, and it includes your Xbox Live. So for $23, it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
It would normally be $45 for 3 months. So I guess we'll get into the news here. There's a job posting looking for a senior producer to, quote, work with the core services team to help develop a new product in the Halo universe. So we don't know right now whether that means someone to work on a Halo game, like a side story, or like the next Halo game after Halo Infinite. But we know we're getting more Halo. They made a posting. What do you think about that?
I don't know if it'll be a new game. That is kind of cool though that they're seeking out help. That makes it seem like they have no plans on stopping.
Yeah, which is, I mean, why would they? Probably print money. On the topic of Halo, second piece of news is that the Master Chief Collection is getting Halo 3 ODST's Firefight later in the summer. They Halo's Twitter account tweeted a little teaser video that like mimics the opening of ODST. So it's like, in the year 2014, Halo Master Chief Collection came out, or whatever the hell it says, which is pretty cool. Since the release of Master Chief Collection, they've added Halo 3 ODST's campaign and Reach's campaign. So with the addition of Firefight, the Master Chief Collection will have complete versions of Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, and Halo 4, which is basically everything other than 5.
God.
That's an insane game, and it's on Game Pass, so just saying. I don't want to be the guy who has to promote Game Pass, but it's honestly worth your money.
Yeah, if we're not trying to sell anybody anything, we're not sponsored. But definitely if you're a regular Xbox player, I would invest in Game Pass. It's worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not here. I'm not sponsored. I'm not making money. I'm here. I'm only telling you it's good because it's good for you. If it wasn't good for you, I'd tell you it's crap.
Also, every time we say Game Pass, we get 50 cents.
No, we don't. Shut up.
Xbox sponsor us already.
Okay. So I just want to note the PC version of Master Chief Collection currently only has Halo, Halo 2, and Halo Reach. And Halo 3 is the next game they're adding.
It's very strange to me that they're releasing that in steps and not in a big group.
I think it's just so they can optimize. What I read was that Halo 3 has bugs that they have to iron out on PC, so they have to do that before they release it. So I think they just don't want to release it broken. Like, I think the Master Chief Collection originally was broken on Xbox even, and they've just fixed it over time.
Yeah, it's about any game, though.
True.
So it's understandable.
All right, so for the next piece of news, Valorant may be coming to Xbox. So the game fully released, and people were asking if it was coming, and one of the people at Riot, I didn't grab their name, but they said that they're definitely prototyping the game for consoles, but they're only going to release it if they feel like it doesn't compromise the competitive nature of the game. Reading the interview, I read bits and pieces of it. I didn't read the whole thing, but it seemed like they were worried about controller versus mouse and keyboard as far as like the competitive nature, and they're trying to make a competitive shooter. My personal opinion is you separate the lobbies by input like Fortnite used to do. But I don't know anything about esports. Like, then you'd have to split prize pools, and then I can see how that could be a headache. If they're talking about just the nature of the game running, like next gen should be able to run as well as any PC. So the only thing I could think is that they're worried about controllers.
That's kind of what it sounds like to me as well. But even, if you're doing the esports thing, a normal player like you or I, we're never going to play it as a true competitive level. Like, sure, we may
Oh,
take
no
it
way.
seriously, but like someone who is actually going to play that game competitively is not going to do it on Xbox. Or if they do, Xbox will have their own. I don't want to say series, but a leg of a tournament.
Right.
At least that
Yeah, that's
would
what I was
make
thinking.
sense to me.
Even if you just separated by device, I don't know.
Also,
I can understand why they'd be worried, I guess, but
yeah, I can too. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. Can you not plug a keyboard and a mouse into your Xbox? I thought you.
you definitely can.
I was gonna say you can, so that kind of alleviates the other part of that worry.
But I think I've never seen an Xbox game that makes you do it, so that might be a little weird.
I'm not
So-
saying force it, but you could have controller lobbies and mouse and keyboard lobbies that are cross-platform.
Right. And that's how Fortnite did it until they merged them all, which was like the worst decision they ever made, if you ask me. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
all right, next bit of news: the Destiny 2 Beyond Light expansion was revealed. I think I mentioned last week that there's going to be an event. The event happened, and the pre-orders are up. So there's various pre-order bonuses depending on what version you buy. There's a $40, a $50, a $70, and a $200 version.
Jesus
The
Christ.
$200 is the collector's edition. It comes with like there's a sick looking canteen. There's a bag. There's all kinds of crap. I looked at it. It looks cool. I watched the reveal. It's only like a 2-minute video. I don't know that much about the story, but the graphics looked amazing. That's all I can say. The entire reveal was story focused, so I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. I'm not. We were into Destiny for a little bit, but we kind of
Right.
got out of it. Man, that is an insane amount of tiers to that pre-order.
Right? I don't know. I couldn't tell you the differences between them. I didn't look that far into it. I'm just telling you that they're there if you want to go check it out. Odds are, if you're a Destiny fan, you're not coming here to find out, but it was kind of big news, and I know Destiny's big on Xbox, so.
Maybe it's me being a grumpy old man, and I remember before games had, DLC and things like that.
Right.
The pre-order bonus thing, it irritates me so much.
That's fair.
Especially if it's a pre-order bonus that boosts your gameplay, like enhances it.
Right. I don't think any of these are. I think they're all cosmetic.
Okay, that
but-
makes it better. Like the cosmetic pre-order bonuses, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. But when it's like, here, get this pre-order that's $80, but you could be the strongest out of anybody as soon as this starts. It's like, no, that sucks. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't know. I think the orange lightsaber in Jedi Fallen Order, just calling back to what we were talking about before, I'm pretty sure that was a pre-order bonus that they just gave to everybody later.
I believe you're right, but
I'm okay with that kind of thing too.
I'm guilty of pre-ordering. Even a lot of people preach against it. I do it,
Right.
but I do it out of sheer laziness sometimes.
I feel you.
So, let's say a game I wanted to play was coming out tomorrow. I would pre-order it tonight so it starts downloading, and then I can just play it tomorrow when I get off work.
Right.
I have done that multiple times.
All right, you ready for the games coming to Game Pass?
Yeah, go ahead. I might make a little noise. I'm letting my dog out.
That's all right. All right. So starting on June 11th, we have Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 is coming to Game Pass on PC, and then we have BattleTech, which is also coming to PC, and then we have Dungeon of the Endless, which is coming to console and PC, and then Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix, and Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue is coming to console.
Jesus Christ.
And then No Man's Sky is coming to console and PC. So that's all that's coming on June 11th. But then Grounded is coming to console and PC on July 28th, but you could pre-install it starting on June 16th. Then on June 18th, we have The Bard's Tale ARPG and Thronebreaker. Now, I don't know what most of these games are. But what I do know is that Kingdom Hearts is great. Forget the fact that it's a long title. It's like 9 games across 2 different bundles. Pick it up. It's free on Game Pass. Just download it. Play Kingdom Hearts.
I've
You're
still
gonna love it.
yet to play any of them.
It's on Game Pass. You're going to love it.
I don't know why Kingdom Hearts has 87 games in its series.
Just play it. Jason, you're going to love it.
Well, I won't have time to play them. I am going to be sucked in by Session coming next Wednesday.
I'm like a drug smuggling midget, and I'm telling you to play Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, fair point.
Okay. DLC that's coming to Game Pass. I know you're excited about this. eFootball PES 2020 Euros DLC is coming on the 11th. The 11th is today. Why do I keep saying the 11th? It's out right now. The Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind is also coming today. Those are both on console. So get your football, get your Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Online, whatever. Here's the games that are leaving. This is probably a little more pertinent. On June 15th, which is next... What day is that? Next Monday?
Yes.
Book of Demons is leaving. It's on PC. Everspace is leaving from console and PC. Resident Evil Revelations is leaving on console. Riptide GP Renegade is leaving on console and PC. River Bond is leaving on console and PC. Samaras 3 on PC. Super Hot is leaving on console and PC. That's heartbreaking. I love Super Hot. Supermarket Shriek is leaving on console and PC. The Last Order Season 2 on PC. And The Stillness of the Wind on PC. Most of those games don't mean anything to me other than Super Hot, honestly.
So, I don't understand. When a game leaves Game Pass, if you have it downloaded, can you not play it anymore?
Correct. It'll just bring you to the store screen to buy it.
Okay, I never understood why it was a big deal that something was leaving, but that makes sense now.
Which I'm pretty sure all the games on Game Pass are on sale if you have Game Pass.
Yes.
So buy them before they leave, if you want to keep them. I already beat Super Hot, so I'm probably not going to buy it. But maybe I will, just because I like doing the challenges sometimes. Anyway. Last bit of news. Sony had a conference today. A lot of stuff happened. Some of it is not Sony exclusive. I didn't list it all out, but I did watch the conference. We'll probably talk about the games next week. But they revealed their console. And I'm tired of people giving the new Xbox crap because the Sony console doesn't look that good. That's all I want to say. I don't think anybody's going to give it crap because nobody has balls. They're all a bunch of hive mind. Anyway,
So
it doesn't look good.
to me,
The games look great, though.
to me, like the beauty of a console doesn't matter because, like,
It doesn't matter to me either.
I'm still playing the first generation Xbox One, the big ass rectangle. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what it looks like.
No, it matters what it does. And the games, obviously.
Yeah, like,
Uh,
I haven't looked at actual dimensions for the new Xbox. Dude, pictures make that thing look like a monolith. So, like,
I think it is a monolith. That's what I've been calling it, the monolith.
yeah, like,
I'm glad you used that word.
that thing to me looks like a computer tower.
Have you seen the picture of the new PlayStation yet? The PlayStation 5?
I saw a glimpse of it and didn't really pay attention. I saw that controller. The controller is a big thing for me. That thing looks just awkward.
Yeah, doesn't it? I don't like it. The console looks like a freaking router.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't like it. Anyway, we're not here to bash on PlayStation either. I'm probably going to buy one eventually.
I was gonna say
Gotta
PlayStation has a launch title that I really want to play.
What's that?
Oddworld.
Oh yeah, they did talk. They did show that in the event today. They also showed. Now we're not a PlayStation podcast, so this is all the time I'm going to give them. They showed Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I don't know what that means.
Huge.
But okay.
It's a new Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
That's what that means.
I mean,
It's the black and red suit Spider-Man. Anyway.
oh, okay.
It's a sequel to Spider-Man on PS4.
Well, that Spider-Man on PS4 was really good.
Yeah, huge. Oh, and there's a new Ratchet and Clank. Okay, now I'm done talking about Sony. We're moving on.
We're an equal opportunity as far as consoles go here, though.
Well, I'm not a fanboy. Okay, that's what I tried to. I tried to make that obvious the first episode.
Yeah, but
We don't just love Xbox.
we
here.
just have a certain purpose, so we should move on.
Yes. Okay. Top 5 Xbox 360 games. Now, I want to say that first of all, this isn't in any particular order. That would be way too hard. I also want to say that there's probably games that I forgot about that should have been on the list, and so like, take it with a grain of salt. This list is not. This is not definite, you know. But what I did for my list, at least, is I was thinking through games, and I was thinking through the games that had like impact on me personally, or that like I had really good times with other people. So that's what I based it off of my memories, not necessarily that I think it's like a perfect game, or it's not like a review score that I'm putting these in order. So I just wanted to put that out there as far as my list goes. You got anything that you want to say about yours?
Yeah, mine's about the same way. Either games I played a lot of and really liked, or games that meant something to me because of the people I played them with.
Then we're on the same boat.
Yeah.
So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I guess I can go first because my list didn't.
All right.
I have a feeling your list is going to be more conversation worthy than mine.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm kind of curious as what you put in your top 5, honestly.
So
Oh, we should probably mention we don't know what each other has.
yeah, this is pure new stuff to both of us.
Yeah, I thought it'd be more interesting that way. So let's see how this goes.
So the first one I would definitely have to mention is Modern Warfare 3. That goes in the top 5 for me because we played that game entirely too much.
Yeah, we did.
Like, I can't remember what the exact amount of days we had in that game, but I want to say it was in the 20s.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in also because all right, so I have Modern Warfare 3 on my list also. And it was hard for me to pick between that and Black Ops 1 because of zombies. But I had 30 freaking days. I checked. It's 30 days of multiplayer game time.
Yeah,
So
we played that just so much that we should have done something better with our time.
I don't know. I mean, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Look, 2v2 was too good. It's the greatest thing Call of Duty's ever done. I'll fight anybody who disagrees with me.
And just to interject,
And I mean that.
the newest 2v2 is crap compared to Modern Warfare 3's. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it's not as good. It's not as good. Look, Modern Warfare 3 had Spec Ops mode. That was great. Trying to 3-star those. That's fun. It has survival. I don't know anything about the story. Never once played the campaign. How pathetic is that? 30 days of playtime, never played the campaign.
Now correct me if I'm wrong. That's 30 days of playtime, right? But that is 30 days in public lobbies. That's not
Correct.
private
Didn't
lobbies.
count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count private. It doesn't count load screens.
Yeah, that is. We played that just too much.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. It's a fantastic game, and I feel bad for anybody who missed it.
Okay, so
All
the next one, again, no particular order, just of the things that came to mind. I'm gonna say Portal 2.
Ooh, that is an excellent choice.
You know, I'm not a huge puzzle guy, but that one, it was fun, and
Oh,
the story writing in that game, the writing in general, brilliant. Like, it keeps you entertained, even if you get mad at the puzzles. You're like, I need to get to the next thing so I know what they're gonna say to me.
yeah, I absolutely adore Portal 2. I had a hard time not putting it on my list, which I'll explain when I get to what I put instead. God, Portal 2 is great. What's that guy's name with the lemons?
Cave Johnson.
Cave Johnson is a masterpiece of writing. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was just brilliant. That whole game's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, as far as Valve games go, I think they're all pretty good. I never played Half-Life. That's probably blasphemy, but I haven't.
I never played it either.
But God, Portal is great.
I don't know if Half-Life was ever on the original Xbox console. It may have been, but I never owned one of those.
I don't know if it was either. I do know that Half-Life 2 is on Xbox 360.
Yes, but I didn't want to play the second one without playing the first one, and
Right. That's fair.
I don't really want to play the first one until I buy a decent computer, which is going to be a while. I have other things I want.
Right. I mean, people are going to be like, but Jason, it's a 15-year-old game. I don't know how old it is. 20 years old? How old is Half-Life?
It's an old game. But let me just
Yeah.
clarify with my computer. I live in a small apartment, so when I moved, I took the things I had room for and the things I used. I didn't have room for my computer when I moved because I had a roommate in the beginning. So it ended up in my mom's basement. Now, my mom lives in an old house, so the basement is not a dry basement. It's not a finished basement. There's moisture down there. It damaged some things in my computer. I can still use it to do, emails and, the things computers were meant for. I can't do it to have fun. I can't use my computer for fun.
Right.
So, yeah. But let's get off that section. I'm going to go to my...
Portal's great. Love that pick.
Yes. I'm going to go to my next game, and I'm going to say it would be Fable 2.
Another good pick.
I have spent so much time playing Fable. Like, I have even replayed it on Xbox One. Like, that was probably my favorite Fable game. I was really disappointed in Fable 3.
Yeah, I think a lot of people felt that. Fable 2 is the only one I actually played through and beat, so...
I tried to play the remake. I tried to play Anniversary of the first one.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it because I had never played it originally, so it just felt weird to me to play that game. I didn't like the way it controlled.
Right. Fable 2 is good though. I like the what is it? Like a morality system, I guess would be the word for it.
Yes.
How you like grow devil horns or whatever.
The best part about that game too, it's the part that always sticks in my head. You end up going to the Spire. I'm going to say spoilers, even though it's an old game. If you haven't played it, it's your own fault by now.
Yeah. Skip ahead.
Yes, but you go to the Spire, and you have choices to do evil things in the Spire. So if, the first time I played the game, I was young and didn't know what was going on. So, I went there as a completely good morality person, came out 100% evil. Had... scars in my skin that was showing electricity and had devil horns and things.
Right.
It was nuts.
Yeah. What a good game. You ever so you can buy properties in the game and then you can rent them to people, right?
I was a horrible landlord.
Did you jack the rent up?
Oh yeah, all the time.
So I rented the game. That's how I first played it. That's why I played the second one first. I remember jacking the rent up and then changing the system clock to be 2025 and then raking in all the money and then changing it back.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I ended up restarting after I did that because I was like, I have way too much money and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm getting another glass of water. It is hot where I live and I work in attics and outside, so go ahead. I'm trying not to make a racket.
I just want to say Fable is on Game Pass, all 3 games, so if you wanted to check it out, once again, promoting Game Pass. Xbox, just sponsor us already.
I know.
It's not that hard. We'll do it for free.
Our random 20 people that might watch this definitely need to hear about us being sponsored.
Yeah. We do have about 20 consistent viewers. Thank all of you for listening.
Yes, thank you very much.
We appreciate it.
We just do this as a hobby, I'd say.
Yeah, For sure.
But it makes you feel better about your hobby when people are supporting you, even though it's not a vocal support system.
Right. Very well said. I appreciate seeing the number go up.
Me too. Like, just an interjection. I'm in a band, so we have a Facebook page and things. I get notifications when people view it or people give us a like. Even if they don't interact with the page, it's still, oh, dude, this is awesome. Somebody looked at it.
Right. That's exactly how I feel. Like, thank you for looking. Thank you for listening. We'd appreciate it if you commented, but you don't have to.
Yeah. Okay, so to go to my next game,
Yes.
this one's going to be slightly controversial, I'd say. People are going to tell me it's the worst game in the series. It's Fallout New Vegas, honestly.
Oh, no, you're not going to get controversy for that. People love New Vegas.
A lot of people, people either love that game or they hate it. That's my favorite
so well
Fallout
done.
game.
Yeah, it's the only out of the Fallout games after 3, because the first 2 were made by, I don't even remember who they were made by. Doesn't really matter. It's the only Fallout game out of 3, New Vegas, and 4 that wasn't made by Bethesda. It was made by Obsidian, who Xbox now owns, by the way.
Yes.
Just a great game. The three different factions you can go through.
How you can make the factions fight each other because you made one so mad, but another one loves you. It's great.
Yeah. My only problem with New Vegas, and it's always been my problem, the Brotherhood of Steel sucks in New Vegas.
Yes, the Brotherhood
Like
of
they're
Steel. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in that little bunker underground, and they don't want to go outside. That's my only problem with the whole game. I mean, the rest of the game is fantastic. The NCR, love them. God, New Vegas is great. I don't have any Fallout on my list.
Really? That's surprising to me. You're the one that
Well, I
got
wanted
me into Fallout.
The thing about my list is I tried to stick to one game per developer.
I gotcha.
So if I went Bethesda, I probably could have filled the whole list with Bethesda if I really wanted to.
Yes.
And maybe that's a different topic we can do sometime. Favorite games by different developers. I don't know.
So, the last game on my list, this one was a hard choice for me. If I'm not... I have very specific styles of games that I enjoy playing. Sometimes I branch out.
Right.
So I had to throw this style in there, and it's a very big toss-up between, 4 games. So, there's GTA, there's Saints Row, there's Sleeping Dogs, and there's Watch Dogs.
Yes.
Out of all of those, even though we played a lot of GTA, I'd say Watch Dogs is big to me.
Even the first one?
Yeah, I actually thoroughly enjoyed the first one. I know a lot of people didn't like it and didn't like the character.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked that you picked Watch Dogs over GTA.
Yeah, well, for me, I consider GTA 5 an Xbox One game, even though it was on 360.
Right.
Right,
I guess that's fair.
I liked Watch Dogs' character more than I liked the character in GTA 4.
All right.
But
Yeah, I guess GTA 4 didn't have the greatest character.
yeah, so if anybody's unfamiliar with the Watch Dogs game series, the first one starts out and it's a GTA-esque game, but you can interact with the world and you can hack things. You can hack red lights and other things within the world. It was a very unique idea for a game when it came out. That main character, though, a lot of people don't like that main character because he's a very angry guy.
Right.
Not a nice person whatsoever.
Right. And he also looks like a bad anime character.
Yes, he does. I think so. I love Watch Dogs 2. That I've played that game a lot.
Right. I think that's considered the best one for sure.
That's the only other one. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
I guess that's fair.
I am a fan of that game. Also, if if you played the game and didn't appreciate it, like you just felt yourself trying to get through it, if you gave it another shot, pay attention to the writing because there is a lot of entertaining things said in conversation in that game. Like a small example, and I'm just remembering it off the top of my head. One of the people that assists the main character, he ends up like breaking into a family's apartment because he was gonna like watch over you with a sniper rifle. But you can hear him over the radio or something, and he knocks on the door, and you can hear the family talking, and he's like, "Yeah, the pizza's here," and they open it, and you can hear him kick in the door. It was funny
That's
to me.
hilarious.
Like,
No, that's pretty
that
good.
game is a gym, but it's a very rough gym. Like, you have to look past certain things.
Yeah, I remember playing. I played through the whole game. You're the one who told me to check it out, and then I bought it. I think I played on Xbox One though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty fun. I like that you could see people's like job titles. Like it has good world building for sure.
Just to go off a little bit more, in the second Watch Dogs, you can see people's job titles or you can see their hobbies and things. There are some pretty entertaining job descriptions in there. I'm gonna say it because I'm not being vulgar. Like, there's people whose jobs are like cam girls, or like you'll see, because it's all randomly generated, it's not purposed or anything. Like, every once in a while you'll see an old lady and it'll be like a foot model or something. It's like,
that's hilarious.
It's just really funny to me. Also,
no, that is pretty good.
Nah, never mind, we're good. This one was a little bit more vulgar, so I'm just gonna not do that one.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Watch Dogs is pretty fun. I'm still pumped for the next one.
I am too. I'm really bummed it got pushed back, but some people might disagree with me. I hope that, I don't know how to pronounce Ubisoft correctly. I don't know if it's Ubi or Ubisoft.
I think it's Ubi. I'm not sure either. I think it's Ubisoft.
Anyways,
say it however you want. We'll get things wrong. It's fine.
They, in my opinion, have not messed up, but done some of their popular series wrong lately. I hope they didn't do it to this one. I will be severely bummed out if they did.
I think that's part of their whole pushing. They push like all their games back. I think that's part of it.
Well, good.
They said they had like a team of creative directors that were in charge of every single project, and they're changing that. So that's why all their games kind of felt the same.
That makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're doing the right thing. I think it'll be good. I think they made the right call by pushing it back just a little bit.
I forgot that we were going to do an Xbox One, and I was like, man, or an Xbox One version of this. I was like, man, I forgot a really, really fun game that I wanted to put on a list, but that's for a different list entirely, so we're good.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to do lists. I wasn't keeping track. What did we get through all 5 of yours?
Yeah, that was my 5th one.
Okay. Then I will go. We already got Modern Warfare 3. I said that was on my list too. So I got 4 more that weren't on your list. So we're good. So right off the bat, we got Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So I think most people would probably go straight for Skyrim when they're thinking of Elder Scrolls. But for me, Oblivion is special. So I remember I rented it first, and I played it nonstop for like a weekend. And then as soon as I had money to buy it, I bought it. And it was this and Fallout 3 were like my 2 main first-person RPGs that I just played like way too much of. But there's something about Oblivion. It's like diverse quest paths that it had. Like you had like your Thieves Guild and your Assassin's Guild and the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild, and there's just so much stuff to do that I don't think Skyrim is on that level. Like there's a town in Oblivion that you go to and everyone in the town got turned invisible. That's a quest. You're just walking through town, and an invisible person comes up to you, and you can't see him. There's a point in Oblivion where you're walking through a town, and you overhear two people talking about this painter guy who went missing. You go to his house, and he went inside the painting. Like, name a single quest in Skyrim that is that insane, because there's something about Oblivion that just doesn't get the credit that Skyrim gets for some reason. And I really feel like Oblivion needs it. So if anybody who works at Bethesda ever listens to this, how about you start putting Oblivion on every single console that exists instead of Skyrim? Just for me, please.
Okay, so I almost put Oblivion on my list instead of New Vegas.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put New Vegas on, because I can't not talk about Oblivion.
So, just to explain, I was never a big RPG guy until... Ricky and I are cousins, but we didn't start heavily hanging out and playing video games until Xbox 360.
Right.
So I was not an RPG guy by any means until he got into them, and he's the one who showed me Oblivion. He showed me Fallout. I remember him showing me Oblivion because he bought the game, and then a Game of the Year came out, and he gave me his original copy. You gave me your original copy because
Yes,
you
did.
had the Game of the Year edition, and you were like, dude, you have to play this. I love that game. Like, that is... If I could have added a sixth game, that would have been on my list.
For sure. I feel that.
That
Obviously, I
game...
put it on mine.
That game needs remastered, for sure. Like, it...
Oh, yes. Please.
It needs to be. You know, I like Skyrim. Skyrim's okay. I played through it twice, and I don't feel the need to play it again. I just don't care.
Right.
I cannot tell you how many times I played through Oblivion.
It's so good.
Now that I
I
say
remember-
I played through it, I don't know if I ever beat the main storyline. I think I would just get so caught up in doing side quests that I'd get lost and could not
fair. There's a lot of
remember
them.
the main storyline at all.
They had the sweet Oblivion gates. There's so much to say about Oblivion. I could probably talk for like an hour about Oblivion, but I remember I was really into, Oblivion, Fallout, and all that. There was a kid who lived down the street, and he came over one day and he's like, "Hey, I just got this disc that has DLC for Oblivion." He got it in like a magazine or something, and it had, I think it was 2 pieces of DLC on this disc. This was back when you would get your DLC on disc and you put it in and then you download it. The DLC was that you got a tower in the Wizards Guild, like you got your own wizard tower and you became the Archmage. It was the smallest little piece of DLC. It just gave you a house, basically. But I remember being so excited this kid gave it to me, and I'm like, I got a piece of DLC that not very many people have. I don't even think it's downloaded anymore, so I don't even think I could play it in that tower anymore.
So, you bringing up that you used to be able to get DLC through magazines in the mail and things.
Yeah.
That reminded me... So, I don't know the demographic of the people that have been viewing, but
Me neither.
just for... I know, we don't know in general, but just for reference, Ricky and I are in our, I'd say, mid-20s probably, but we've been
Yeah, we're getting there for sure.
basically gamers forever, because my dad played video games, which made me play video games.
Right.
Dude, I remember it was right when Xbox 360 first came out. There were I guess kiosks, I'd say. Dude, there was these little things in Walmart and Meijer and at the mall. If you had a USB drive that you had formatted for your Xbox, you could get hidden gamer pictures and just random things. I remember that being such a big deal, but that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't even remember that being a thing. I got an Xbox 360 really late though.
I guess I live in a bigger town than you do as well,
True.
so that could have been it.
Yeah, I was also 5 years late, so
Yeah.
that might have something to do with it.
I think.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Because get a little off topic. My next thing, my next game on my list is Minecraft. So I know Minecraft started on a PC, and I know you can play it on Xbox One and stuff, but we really played Minecraft the most on 360. And this one I have to throw out to you. So I think I played it for the first time at your house. I think you had it on your Xbox. And after playing it at your house, I had to buy it. So I got Minecraft. And then we played that game like so much on 360. Like we had multiple different worlds with multiple different projects and multiple goals. We built like little fun things and creative. We did all kinds of stuff. And once we got Minecraft on 360 and we both started playing it, every time there was an update, we jumped back in. Anytime we got new groups of friends, we would play with them. For the entirety of the 360, Minecraft was there. So there's no way I can make this list without Minecraft.
So I wanted to put Minecraft on my list as well, but it kind of slipped my mind because I had thought up a list, but my week has been so hectic that it kind of was a little bit scrambled today.
Right.
Dude, I still have this fond memory. Minecraft was great. We played it so much. And we, even on Xbox One, continued to play it until...
Right.
I want to say it was when Microsoft actually bought Minecraft. And they made their own version on the Xbox One. So you had the Minecraft Xbox One edition and then Minecraft.
Right.
That's about when we quit playing because it just controlled so different. So I have this fond memory. I showed you the game. You were already aware of it, but I showed you it on Xbox. I do remember that.
Right.
You went away for the summer. I think you went to stay with your dad for the summer.
Yeah, I went to Florida.
You made this whole elaborate world, and you came back and showed it to me. I immediately burned it down within like an hour.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I remember
I
that.
still remember it to this day. Like, I'll chuckle about... I remember you coming out of your house, and I'm sitting there crouching and just giggling, and you're like, what did you do? And turn around, and your house is on fire.
Yep. I remember that. Yeah, I left for the month to go to Florida. I think I worked on that house for the entire month. Like that world for the whole month I was gone. Came back, I'm like, check this out. Isn't it awesome? Burned.
At least I made sure you saved it first. But dude, Minecraft, that was a big game for us.
Yeah, it was.
Go ahead and continue though. You're reminding me of things I had forgotten.
That's what I was saying off the top. Like, this list is gonna it could fluctuate. It's definitely not definitive. This is not the list. I also didn't put anything on that, like, if I played an Xbox 360 game, but I played it on Xbox One, I only put things on that I played when I was playing Xbox 360.
That's how I did
So
mine, too.
I probably should have noted that, but all right, next thing I got, Dark Souls. So I know everybody knows about Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that crap, but because they're successful now. But like when the first Dark Souls came out, nobody knew what Dark Souls was. There was people who played Demon Souls on PS3, sure, but like Dark Souls was not huge until Dark Souls came out. Now there's games that try to clone the style. There's all kinds of crap. But if you weren't around when Dark Souls came out, like if you weren't in the gaming scene, or you didn't play Dark Souls, or you were only playing Call of Duty, or whatever it was, you missed something that was like, it was special. So Dark Souls, for anybody who doesn't know, it was a game that went back to the old school method of game making, which is like, the game's as hard as it is, you can either get good or die and stop playing it. Like, there's no difficulty setting. This is it. So Dark Souls has a lot of stuff in it. It's got depressing lore and backstories and item descriptions for everything. We could get into all the world building. It's got like a Metroidvania style of like, you beat a boss, you unlock a shortcut back to an area. The levels are all interconnected. The difficulty is hard. The satisfaction you get when you finally beat a boss is amazing. I'd say it's close to a perfect game. And then...
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
No, I thought you were pausing. You're fine.
I was just going to tell a quick story about Dark Souls. So, when I finally decided I was going to play through, so like I played a little bit of Dark Souls at my brother-in-law's house, and it was too hard for him. And I made a decision that I was going to beat the game. So I made a Facebook post, which is like the dorkiest thing ever. But I made a Facebook post that I was going to beat Dark Souls. And after I made that post, like the next week at school, I had people come up to me. I was in high school at the time. I had people come up to me and they were like asking me like, "Where are you at in Dark Souls? Like, how's it going?" I finally beat the game. So I posted on Facebook again. I'm like, "Hey, I finally beat it." I think there might have been a picture of me beating the game. I'm not sure. And then like following that, I had people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, so and so said you beat Dark Souls. I'm stuck here. Can you give me some advice?" Like I'd have people coming up for like a month straight just asking me about Dark Souls. It was like the weirdest thing ever. It was like people I didn't even know.
So, that I'd never heard that story. That's crazy. So I never learned about Dark Souls until I'm sure people know of Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth. Well,
Yeah, I would say so.
when what I consider the golden era of that was when like Rage Quit was going on. I learned about Dark Souls because of Rage Quit. And
Yeah, I remember that video.
that
It's hilarious.
that video made me want to try that game. I never beat it. I was never good at it. I never got that mad. There was multiple hours, I'd say, of you and I playing that game, but really it was you playing the game for me online while I was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
follow you."
Trying to sunbro into each other's worlds. Oh my god.
Yeah, I played, I'd say probably, I don't want to say half because I don't think I played that much of it. I played a decent amount on my own. I made an attempt. Got frustrated, but you still really liked that game. We wasted so much time, and I don't think we ever accomplished anything.
Nah, I don't think so either. God, that game's good. I beat that game probably about 10 times. It's fantastic. And then there's obviously Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, and there's Bloodborne, and there's other good games since then, but Dark Souls is just, it's special. It was the first one. That's it. That's all I have to say about it.
Just to make a point about how successful Dark Souls was, there's still clones to this day of that game that stole that game's style. The new Star Wars game is a prime example. They dumbed it down quite a bit. That is a ripoff of Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's true. That is 100%.
They made it.
Yeah, Dark Souls definitely, it blew up, and it didn't even have like a huge marketing budget.
Yeah, that was a great game. It started its own. I'd say it started its own genre because you could call that like an RPG or an adventure game or whatever, but like if you say, "Oh, it's a Dark Souls style game," people are gonna be like, "Oh, I know what that is."
Right. I think the cool kids are calling them Soulsborne games.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely its own genre at this point. It has to be. Speaking of Souls, Demon Souls is coming back, part of the PlayStation conference. I'm just saying. I'm hyped. All right. Last thing on my list. This is the reason that Portal is not on my list. It's Left 4 Dead. So, the thing about Left 4 Dead, I love Portal, right? And Portal probably should be on my list. It's the better game, for sure. I'm not even going to argue with that. But the reason I put Left 4 Dead on here is it was a game that I had before I had Xbox Live. And before I was playing games online like all the time. And Left 4 Dead was a game I played almost every single day with my dad. And sometimes my little sister would join in. And we would spend hours just trying to like clear out levels in the highest difficulty or with friendly fire on or, checking every nook and cranny of the map, finding Easter eggs, all that stuff. So, at the core, Left 4 Dead is just a game where you go through a couple levels, you get guns, you fight waves of zombies. It's really not special. But, it's just the place and time for Left 4 Dead will always have a place. I'm sure everybody has a game like that. And so that's why Left 4 Dead's here.
Just so people have a little background, this is going to be slightly cringy for you. When
Yeah.
when we first started playing video games together, I remember my first Xbox Live name. It was Butthead 437.
Yeah.
We started playing video games together, right?
Yeah.
Your Xbox Live name was Zombie Mafia. Like, that's how
Correct,
much
it
you
was.
played Left 4 Dead. Because I remember asking you about it, and you were like, no, I just really like Left 4 Dead.
I did really like Left 4 Dead. I got that achievement where you kill like 4 million zombies or whatever it is. It's a really high number.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Now, I have nothing bad to say about that game. I played it. I don't have the same sentimental value as you do,
Right.
but I have fond memories playing that game. Like that one was really good.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, they're great. Now, would they be on this list without the sentimental value? Of course not. They're not that good. But that's it. That's the end of my list. I think we had some pretty solid lists. I think we both picked up some good games. I think between the two of our lists, you add them all together, they got to be some of the best games.
I'd say so. Also, it is funny to me because there was things I was going to put on mine that you put on yours. Like,
Right.
if that doesn't make sense to anybody, we played video games together almost every day for, God, a couple years. Maybe,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you how many years we played video games together every day. So, like,
At least 3.
yeah. So, like, one of us, it would strangely alternate every day, where one of us would just pick what we were going to play that day.
Yeah.
Which is why, he had games on his list that I was like, man, I was going to put that in mine because we spent that much time playing them.
Yeah. I don't know. It's Xbox 360 was great, wasn't it? I mean, there's so many good games.
Yeah, I have such fond memories of that.
Too much good stuff to put on a 5-game list, honestly.
Yeah.
There's no BioShock in there.
I almost put BioShock in mine.
Yeah. If I wasn't going for the sentimental value pick, I probably would have put BioShock next. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff. It's hard. Try making a 5. Actually, anybody out there listening? Give us your top 5 games. I'd love to hear them.
Yeah, if you listen and made it this far, because I know this wasn't our normal format, definitely give us your list. And if you feel like, explaining about the game or whatever, do it. We'll read it.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll even shout you out in the next. I won't probably put your full quote in if you give us the whole list, but I'll give you a shout out like I have for everybody else.
Yeah, like, I'll read it too. Ricky is the one that is running the YouTube channel. I get on there on my personal YouTube account, and I do read the comments, and I like things.
That reminds me, I should give you administrative access. That's the thing I can do.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I just thought you couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing I can do.
Huh.
I have to remember how to do it, so I'll probably do it next week. But yeah, it's a good thing to remember. Yeah, please comment and let us know if you like this format where we do a blown out topic. I don't know what we're gonna do it on next week, so if anybody wants to give suggestions, we definitely take them.
Yeah, if anybody has, I guess, a topic or a suggestion that you would like to hear us discuss, let us know, and we'll definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a list either. I don't know where we're gonna be at. We'll have to think about it. Probably make a decision by Monday. I don't know.
Yep.
I had fun going over a blown out list and talking about games and memories. It was fun.
That's not to badmouth our format we've done for the other two. I had so much more fun in this. I feel so much more involved.
Yeah. That's why I thought it would be good. Because me just throwing news at your face and you trying to react to news, it just wasn't very interactive.
Yeah. But I cannot wait for either the Xbox One list, or if people like the list thing, we could even do PlayStation 2 and retro consoles.
Right. Well, we do PlayStation 2. It would be PlayStation 2 for us, but there'd probably be games that are also on original Xbox, so we can frame it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We might do. Maybe next week we'll do most anticipated Xbox One or Xbox Series X games or something. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
You know, next gen that we're looking forward to.
Yes.
Maybe that's what we'll do. Why don't we just lock that in right now?
Yeah. Okay.
Give us suggestions for the week after next week. Next week we're doing that. All right. So, just want to give a little spiel here at the end about how you can follow us on social media, any of them, by searching Xbox Infinite Podcast. If you like the show, share it with your friends. It helps us get to more people. Same thing as if you like it on YouTube. Just helps us get out there. More people can find us, people who like Xbox, or people who just like talking about games. Since we're doing more broader topics, you know, that should definitely help out. And if you like the show, comment. Stay awesome. I hope everybody has a good week. That's it. I'm out. Anything you want to say?
I just want to say thanks to the people that made it through the video and actually sat here and enjoyed it. If I'm not even going to say if you keep supporting us, we'll keep doing it because I'm pretty sure this is just a hobby to us now. But we're happy that other people are at least watching us have fun. Watching,
For sure, for
listening,
sure.
whatever.
Yeah. And they're watching the logo that I made. I
Yes.
think it's a pretty nice logo.
One day we'll have to do a live one.
And Phil Spencer, if you're listening, where's my Bleeding Edge t-shirt, dude? We talked about this.